Yo, welcome back to the Audio Theory Podcast featuring your host, Superfly. Also featuring my co-host, Danny Daybars Open. What's cracking?
What's good, baby? Happy to be alive. I don't know about thriving, but we're alive. So we're here. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Love the comments and feedback on, episode 22 just dropped today. So keep it coming.
Sure, man. What you been up to?
Dude,
we've been up to the same shit for the past couple
same
weeks.
shit, different day. I guess yes. On Monday, so we're recording this on Wednesday, April 15th. On Monday, bro. Monday was the first day where I think you said you felt like that a couple weeks in, where you were just like, "Yo, fuck this. I don't want to do this anymore. This is bullshit." Yo, Monday was that day for me, bro. Like I was just like, I got shit done. But I was just like, bro, like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to work from home anymore. Like, fuck these emails, fuck these Zoom meetings. Like, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But luckily, like, I worked out afterwards, and like, I actually went back online. I did more work till like 10:30 at night. But like, dude, my normal like 8 to 5, 8 to 6 day, bro, like, nothing got done, bro. I was just like, fuck this, bro. Like, I don't want to do this shit anymore.
Yeah. No, I that's cool that you mentioned that, because on Monday, low-key, it felt like one of the like lowest points during this whole thing. I was just pissed. I was grumpy, tired, didn't want to work. I was like, I might quit and just fucking get this stimulus check. Like I was that low and just fed up. And working out definitely helped, like let out some anger.
Yeah,
especially because I had a punching bag. I beat the shit out of that boxing bag I have. And then yesterday kind of normalized. I felt a little bit better. And today I'm fine. Maybe because it's like we're closer to the weekend than we are to Monday. But
we're not. I mean, yeah, probably. But I don't know what it was, man. Like I had a good weekend. I don't know because I was a little bit hungover from like Sunday for like Easter and stuff. But like, bro, I don't know what it was, bro. Like, I woke up and I was like, yo, like I don't want to do this shit. Like, do I call out? Like I'm just gonna be home. Like I might as well work. But
yeah.
Again, it's normal though, bro. I mean, that situation could have also happened at work. If we were at work and like, you know what, I don't want to fucking work today.
For sure.
But I think it's more likely to happen if you're not like. I think working out in the morning is a better idea because even if it's just like doing a couple fucking push-ups before you log on, just to get the fucking blood flowing through your body. Because, bro, hopping out of bed, showering, or just washing your face and then hopping into the desk for fucking 8 hours is like,
yeah,
bro.
The only thing I do think is dope is being able to like cook every meal and like relax and shit instead of like racing to your local Subway and running back to the office and eating it and having motherfuckers breathe up on you. And I know. The only reason why I go now, or I had been going before this whole quarantine shit, is it's the only like fast food joint that's walking distance and that's relatively healthy. Because we don't have a good parking situation here that's good for all of us. So when I come home, if I find a spot, I'm like, I don't want to give this shit up. So I end up walking to Subway or the grocery store.
Oh, walking from the crib, not from work.
Yeah, from the crib.
Okay.
No, from work, no. I would never choose that shit if I had a car. We have a mall that has a bunch of like pretty dope Asian spots.
Okay.
Because you know I fucking love Asian food and they have some pretty healthy options. So that's usually what I end up doing.
Nice. Yeah, so work from home. Yeah, dude, it's a fucking gift and a curse on my side. How about you? How's your week been?
Besides that Monday like panic attack that I had, the rest has been fine. Still got my job.
Have you guys had any recent town hall meetings?
Not since the announcement like a couple weeks back when they basically said they were slashing our salaries and furloughing people and shit. But I think I may have mentioned this last time, but I think the voluntary furloughs coupled with the salary cuts is preventing us from doing involuntary furloughs. So I think we should be fine. Unfortunately, it's going to last for the rest of the year unless like business starts booming in a couple months.
Yeah, so we have a town hall meeting every single Wednesday. So we had ours today, and it was like the first positive one out of like the past. We've had 4. And it was like, hey, this is where we've been. This is what happened to us all through March and April. And then we're finally going to the right. So that was positive. So it was like the most like overwhelmingly, oh my God, we're back, baby. But it was like, all right, no one's getting fired this week. Keep busting your asses, and we'll figure our way out of this. Again, because our companies, it is in healthcare. The biggest money making in healthcare is surgeries, right? Like you charge way more for a fucking brain surgeon than you do like a boo-boo doctor, right? So luckily surgeries are happening, are being scheduled now like a couple weeks away. So yeah, from that point of view, our company's in a better spot. Again, knock on wood, because this shit literally changes like every fucking day.
Yep. Well, otherwise things are good. I think what keeps me sane definitely is the music. I actually came across he's kind of a friend of mine, but more so my brother's childhood friend. He actually does a music podcast. It's called Paid in Full podcast, so shout out to him.
That's a dope name.
But he did post a like an infographic of certain industries that were booming and others that were tanking, and music streaming is up by a lot. So obviously the point with that is even during times of stress, like entertainment and music and all that stuff it's like the only thing we can fall back on.
So wait, so you read something that music streaming actually is up, dude? Because I read something that's actually down.
So I saw music sales are down, but streaming is up. But
streaming is up? Okay.
double check that right now.
Because I know it was about your boy Tory Lane. Someone did an article on him and how like he's taking advantage of like the whole like quarantine radio, and like how his own social numbers are up drastically, even though his streaming numbers are down across the board in the industry.
Huh. That's interesting. Fuck, I don't even know where forecast by the end. So yeah, it says music streaming subscriptions forecast to top 450 million by the end of 2020. I mean, maybe it's talking about in general, like year over year or something, but it sounds like overall maybe streaming is up, and maybe not necessarily for certain genres or artists or something.
Fair enough. That's intriguing. But yeah, I mean, you would think it's up just because like what else are people fucking doing, right?
Yeah. I think that's why not that I'm fucking subscribed to this, but from what I heard through the grapevine, Pornhub Premium is free. So I guess for those who want to be intimate with themselves during this time of stress, can sign up to that. And
yeah, if their traffic their traffic has to be high all year round, but like during this time, that shit must be at an all-time high.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're literally breaking the internet with that shit. Like,
yeah. Well, I kept seeing memes that were like me after the cleaning up my room after the quarantine. It's like footage of this dude like cleaning up this white thick sludge off the ground, and like all these fucking jack off memes. I'm like,
and like one fucking arm is absolutely jacked, and the other one's like scrawny.
Yeah, the Captain America one. So
yeah, that was great.
It must be what people are spending their time doing out of just boredom.
But speaking of Pornhub, you sent me that like that fake meme where like the Pornhub and the stimulus check all like in the same statement.
Oh yeah.
Did you get a check yet?
I did actually last night.
Nice.
From what I hear, it's based on 2019 income as well. Your tax statements from them.
Yeah,
so,
your W-2.
Yeah. But yeah, I got mine yesterday.
Awesome.
Interestingly, my girl got like half of what I got. I don't know why, but
oh really?
I didn't even know they were giving out halves and quarters and shit like that.
Yeah, I think if you a certain after a certain number, then there's like a small range, and if you fall in that range, that's when they drop it for you.
It's weird because I make more than her, so I don't know why they shafted her, but fuck it.
I know, yeah. Ask no
Better
questions.
than zero.
At least you don't ask any questions. Maybe she can ask questions.
Yeah, I'm not asking shit.
Yo, but if you saw, they're talking about doing a second go round of this where it's like $2,000 per month for the next 6 months, or until they get unemployment down. So it's at least 6 months, or if they get unemployment down to like 4% or before 6 months, they'll do that as well. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's dope. Apparently there's is this in line with the CARE refund that, or not refund, but it's like an added bonus to what people would get from unemployment, $600 per week.
Well, I think this one you could still be employed as long as you make less than $130,000. You would qualify for this.
Oh shit!
You would
and
get
that
you would
additional
get,
$2,000.
If you're employed, you would get $2,000. You get $2,000 a month for 6 months, or it could be like 3 months if they get the unemployment down to like 3% or 4%.
Yeah, I think that's dope. I mean, I'm saving money, so if that is added on top of what I'm still getting from work, in a way, this curse becomes a blessing.
Dude, so like my fear, and again, well, I know we're gonna get into some conspiracy theories in a minute, but my fear is that I know they put a caveat to when I read it. It's like first 6 months, so that eases my fear. But my initial fear is that, bro, if you're giving people who make close to 130K a year, which is well above the fucking median salary in America, I think almost like $90,000 more than the median salary.
Yeah.
An extra $2,000, bro. Like, don't you? One, we can't just be printing money like that. Like, that has to have some negative effect on the economy. So, what if fucking inflation go through the roof? So now fucking everything is just mad fucking expensive.
I mean, based on what? So, not to get political, but based on Andrew Yang's platform for universal basic income, I think that was one of the questions that everyone asked was, well, if you give people $1,000 a month, people are going to raise prices, there's inflation and all that. But it sounds like what they would have to do to prevent that would be to essentially cut funding in other unnecessary areas. Granted, his way to help fund universal basic income would be to make it an alternative to other social programs we already have. So like if you're on welfare, you could choose between welfare and that. In this case, obviously, if you have welfare, it sounds like you would still get the check. So that I'm not sure. I'm not too privy to like the economics on all that shit, but I feel like we've been in $1 trillion of debt, right? So I don't know if like being in another $1 trillion in debt means anything. I don't know too much about the subject.
I know, it just gets me a little bit nervous. So like, all right, cool, but like, so that means you need to be really making like close to like $200,000 to even like really survive, like. Because like, yo, if you're giving people who already have money more money to hopefully spend the money, like that just naturally means that the fucking people just start charging more because, all right, now people can spend more. So I could be completely off. My boy Billy, which you know is a fucking economics major, so he's probably more privy to this than us. So I'll ask him when I talk to him this week. But yeah, man, I was just like, bro, like at first I'm like, oh, dope, everyone's getting money, that's great. But I'm like, all right, but if people already have money and they're giving us more money, clearly just want to spend the money. So like, why wouldn't a fucking store who maybe is struggling to keep up with demand just fucking raise prices? Like, it's just fucking basic economics, right?
Yeah. Well, I feel like another argument against that would be, well, if that store raises their prices and another store doesn't, it'll be a similar situation where they're trying to bargain and beat out the competitor's price in a sense. And also, I don't know if in the grand scheme of things, like for me, if I get $1,000, like my first thought isn't to go blow money. Like I just want to cash it or save it and use it for like a rainy day rather than some idiots who might go out and buy fucking Yeezys with their check.
Yo, well, the funny thing is, so Fashion Nova, because my girlfriend has bought some outfits on Fashion Nova recently. Dude, the moment, like, I guess they found out that everyone got their check today, or pretty much the entire country, they were like, hey, blow that stimulus, 80% off. I'm like, yo, you fucking
That's like some super snake shit. Like, no fucks given. I almost like respect it because they're not even trying to like spin it. Like 10% goes to charity or some shit.
Our clothes is mad cheap. You can blow $1,000 here and have a wardrobe for the rest of the year. Like, what the?
Yeah, but are these bitches gonna be wearing like their leopard print fucking dresses around the house and shit? Like, I don't understand.
Probably, dude. But yeah, that was savagery by Fashion Nova. I was like, yo, kudos to you, but like, do not buy anything, Sarah.
Yeah. No, I don't condone any other business try that out. Maybe Fashion Nova could get away with it because they're already like hood with that shit. But
yeah. Dude, what's funny is that like I've been getting like a lot of packages recently, but yo, I'm still waiting, and I ordered this shit 3 weeks ago, bro. Like, so even though Amazon Prime is like 2-day delivery, dude, the mask and gloves I ordered are still like 3 weeks, like 2 weeks out. If I wanted this shit like shipped like sooner, like a week in like quicker, it would have been like an extra $100. I'm like, all right, I'm not doing that. I'm still waiting for my fucking fitness bands to fucking come in for like the past 3 weeks.
Oh, those shits are like 3 months out.
I've not gotten here, bro. But yo, the funny thing is, so yo, I'm repping Fordham University with this hoodie. Shout out to Fordham. My mom went to Fordham, so like I wanted just to rep her. Do some like alumni shit. Yo, I ordered this Sunday afternoon, and it got here today.
Damn.
So like essential items that I need to go to the store to fucking feed myself, I don't have. But a hoodie is like, all right, bro, here, next.
Well, they're probably trying to stay afloat as much as possible.
Yo, I was like, yeah, I just paid standard shipping, bro, and it literally ordered Sunday and it arrived here Wednesday afternoon, bro. Like ridiculous.
But speaking of masks and gloves, I still hear contradictory information every other day. Like one of my doctor friends who I went to school with, and I think several other people have pointed this out, but like, yes, the gloves and masks are effective, but most people aren't approaching it properly. Like they're touching their phone when they're touching other shit with their gloves, or the mask, they're touching their face as they're putting it on. The mask is collecting the virus. Apparently you're supposed to fucking throw it away as soon as you're out. Like that's why doctors throw away the mask and put it in like the biohazard bin. And
yep.
So for me, it's kind of
some
just
really
like
good videos, bro, where like I think a nurse like did a thing where like she put like purple liquid on her gloves and was like showing people like, hey, like if you do this, blah 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 blah. But dude, so what I do to counter that, I leave my phone in my glove compartment. So when I go out, I'm not like, because you know when you're bored, like, all right, let me touch my phone. Yeah. I'm like, I just leave in the car. So like, take the gloves off, put on the side, so I don't fucking touch anything in the car with my gloves, and then I throw the gloves out when I get home. Because a lot of people are fucking throwing their gloves like right on the fucking like parking lot.
People are fucking stupid. But what trips me out too is, so I'll do all that, make sure I follow all the safety precautions in the grocery store, and then I have to fucking give the person my card and she's touching my shit. And at that point, I'm just like, if I get it, I get it. Like, I don't know how to avoid this shit.
Oh, lucky Trader Joe's, the one I go to, is completely like no contact whatsoever. Like it's just the chips on my side. I do everything. So yeah, man, I actually had to go. I went Tuesday, yesterday to restock. Bro, this is legit the most money I've ever spent in groceries in my life, bro. Like as a bachelor, it's like I only like take care of like 4 to 5 days of stuff and not even like every meal. Dude, I'm like, dude, how am I dropping like $300 in food for one person? Like this is fucking like, Dude, but then imagine the people who have like fucking families of 4 and shit, right? Like they need every bit of that $1,200 to fucking survive.
Oh no, these motherfuckers are eating a cup of noodles and cereal if I have like 5 kids.
Bro, it is wild, bro. But yeah, so I went to Trader Joe's. I pulled in, and they do. I mentioned before, they do the whole like no more than 10 to 12 people at a time. So the line was fucking ridiculous, and it's fucking Florida, so it's like 90 degrees. I'm like, my first initial thought was like, all right, I'll come back later. Then I'm like, bro, there is no later. Like it's either now or when you come back, it's gonna be just like this. So
yep.
I had to fucking stay in the heat during my lunch break, but it was more than fucking worth it, bro. Like I'm good. Legit, I don't think I would have to go to the store until like maybe the first week of May. So that still gives me like good 2 weeks of just like chilling and not having to have that headache. And my girl's aunt just sent us a bunch of masks, and my gloves should be coming in like end of the week. So if we have to go out, we're straight. They just passed a law though that to go to any store you have to wear a mask. Like,
yeah, I think it's the same here. I don't know if they're just denying you or if it's law, but either way, they basically are forcing everyone to wear it as they go in.
Yeah, I mean it's smart, bro.
I don't
want
want motherfuckers sneezing everywhere and stuff.
Yeah, it's just smart, bro. And I really think, I don't know if you've been watching, bro, but at least the governor of New York, Cuomo, bro, this motherfucker is like killing it right now, bro. Like if he was a presidential candidate, I legit think he could win a fucking landslide. Like this dude is just like, he's like what Trump is, but like just like cool about it and like respectful still, but like it's still like kind of funny and quirky and like makes like kind of condescending jokes, but like is not trying to offend anyone and clearly has his shit in order and like is asking smart people, all right, what do you think we should do? Whereas like Trump comes off like, well, this is my hunch today, let's try this. I'm like, bro, you can't, like, you're risking people's fucking lives.
Right. Well, hopefully come November's something miraculous happens.
Bro, I don't see it, bro. I know Biden got endorsed by everyone this week.
Yeah, because they got no choice.
Yeah, they have no choice, exactly. Yeah. And it's funny how they wait like the very last person to like endorse him. Like they didn't like.
Well, let me rephrase that. They did have a choice to endorse the right fucking people, but now we have no choice.
Yeah, now we have 100%. Yeah. But bro, I'm telling you, come November, I'm guaranteeing like everything's gonna be back to normal or better. And they're gonna be like, well, Trump, was the one who got us through this, so let's give him another chance. Like, dude, that's what I see happening, bro. And again, I just don't think Biden at his age, even though Trump is like older or the same age, like he just doesn't, dude, he doesn't come across as someone who I could trust to fucking articulate exactly what he's thinking at this age. Mm-hmm. And like, I don't know his policies that well, but it's like, I don't know, bro. There's no confidence being instilled in me, bro. Whereas when I see every single New York conference every day on CNN for Kumo, it's like, damn, bro. Like, I know it's scary in New York, but at least you have someone every day telling you exactly what they're doing to keep you safe. Yeah. Whereas like Biden's like, first of all, Biden hasn't even fucking been on TV for like 2 weeks. So like, dude, why aren't you using this time to like, the moment Trump sounds like a fucking idiot, go on TV the next day and fucking state your side of things. Like, use this as a fucking rally, bro, as opposed to just fucking sitting back and just, oh, I'm the nominee, great. Well,
yeah. Fucking do an Instagram live or something.
Do something, bro. And like the one time he actually was on TV recently, the motherfucker coughed like in his hand and like rubbed his face, and that guy had to correct him, like, bro, that's not how you do it, sir. Like,
it's wild.
Oh man, but that's the politics update on fucking audio theory today. Anything else you wanted to touch base on?
Nah, let's get right to it.
Let's get right to it. So we're going to name this episode 24, Closed on Sunday, even though it could have been closed on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because everything's fucking closed.
Right.
But in honor of Easter, we'll go with Closed on Sunday. What did you get into on Easter?
Honestly, so I attended a virtual birthday brunch.
Nice.
In the morning, caught up with, it was for some former colleagues of mine. That was dope. Other than that, I kind of just relaxed. It was the day before my dad's birthday, so we chopped it up for a bit. That was it. Didn't really do anything. Didn't catch any church specials or anything, unfortunately, but I still got to check out the Kanye one that you mentioned to me.
It was a pre-recorded one, so it was like when he was down here for Super Bowl. But it was still dope though. Like, it was just, there's something about him doing that Sunday service, bro, that just like, there's a different vibe, bro. Even like if the lyrics are absolutely trash. And I actually went through Jesus is King like 2 days ago, and I'm like, this does not age well, but like a couple of songs are still like slap. Yeah. But yeah, dude, so on Sunday we woke up late, so which was great. We slept into like 12, caught the 12 o'clock service from 12 to 1:30, had brunch with her family via Zoom. Bro, we had 2 bottles of fucking mimosas and passed out like at 3 o'clock. Woke up at 8 o'clock, like, what the fuck happened? And then I think that's probably why my Monday sucked, bro, because I was fucking up till 4 a.m. because I couldn't go to sleep.
Shit.
That's probably why Monday I was just like, bro, fuck.
Oh, that'll definitely do it.
Fuck. But dude, what I've fallen in fucking love with, bro, I know I'm late to the game, but like I have nothing else to do when I'm like bored at home sometimes. Dude, YouTube Hot Ones. With the wings, like the fucking hot wing, yo, that show is fucking hysterical, bro. And like, it's more so like, dude, that guy is a fucking phenomenal fucking interviewer. Like, yo, he asks fucking amazing questions and still like has a straight face while fucking eating like the hottest shit in the world. Like,
bro, wait, so does the host get to like the highest tier of hot wings like every time? Or
all the time, bro. He's never not finished.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro, it's phenomenal. Offset was about to quit, and he fucking like hyped him back up to do it. Kevin Hart was a little bitch throughout the entire time. DJ Khaled only did like 3 wings and gave up. I'm like, bro.
I don't have the palate for spicy food.
Dude, I low-key want to do it, bro. Maybe we'll do like our own version of that, like with Korean spices or some shit.
I'll tap out within like 2 minutes.
Yo, but DJ Khaled owns a fucking wing spot. Like, how do you fucking not like how can you not like do it?
And also, he looks like he eats wings on the daily.
Bro, he looks bad though. Have you seen his pictures?
Yeah, it said he went from we the best to we depressed. Yeah, I thought it was they I don't know, drafted up some old ass picture to make fun of him, but apparently it's real.
No, it's real. That was like his like Instagram live photo.
Out of all the people who should have like just one barber living in his fucking basement, like it would be him.
Yeah, everyone's struggling, bro. So I saw you hiking the other day. So I thought you had a fresh fade. So did you get like you did that yourself, or is that legit like the last fade you got before all this happened?
So it was the last fade I got from my barber, who I technically shouldn't have seen, but he's not. It's not like he has a shop where like foot traffic is coming in and out. Like he only sees like a few of his rich rapper friends and then like his OG homies from high school. So I was like, yo, line me up. Probably won't see you for like another 2 months, but I went. And also like I felt like I was at more risk going to the grocery store anyways, because I mean he was doing the same thing. He had his mask on, gloves, so did I. So I was like, I'll just take
you
this
had your mask on while he was giving you a haircut?
No, just right before and then after.
Okay.
But he had all his gear on the whole time.
That's solid.
And he Lysoled like the chair, Lysoled me, so it was cool.
Nice. Yeah, so it's easy for me to maintain the beard. So like, I'm not gonna lie, my beard looks fucking great right now. But I'm gonna have wifey just fucking shave me up on over the weekend. So I'll probably like video that and see how amazing or terrible she fucking does.
Nice. No, I tried to get wifey to do it way before the quarantine several years ago, and that shit did not work. So maybe we'll try again, but if we do and she fucks it up, I'm gonna have a paper bag next episode.
All right, man. Well, let's get into it then. Let's talk about a couple music things. So, obviously, still not on Blair's playlist, but Drake dropped Tootsie Slide last week, and officially, as of Monday, the #1 song in the country, breaking all bunch of streaming records. So, thoughts on Drake being #1?
Honestly, I don't have too many thoughts. I'm not surprised at all, especially during this time because there's not too much going on. TikTok is, I think, kind of coincides with it. Same way Shiggy's dance like helped Kiki, not Kiki, In My Feelings.
Yeah. No, it was Kiki.
In My Feelings.
In My Feelings. Yeah.
I always want to call it Kiki for obvious reasons, but I think it's dope. I mean, he's definitely one of the biggest rappers out there, probably the biggest right now. So salute to him. And even though I don't like the song, even after trying to like it, I see why other people like it. So it's not that hard for me to grasp.
Yo, so the funniest thing is, so speaking of Drake though, it's funny how like when Drake, I saw a meme that was fucking hysterical. It was like, ever since Drake and Future dropped Life Is Good, life has been terrible. Like,
I didn't see that, but that's hilarious.
I was like, yo, facts, bro. Like that song slapped for like 2 weeks and then everything else happened.
Yep. Yeah, they said fuck that song, get it out of here.
But yo, like I'm not surprised this at all, bro. It's just funny to me how he can just be so in tune with what's happening. He's like, all right, everyone's at home. TikTok is taking over. Let me drop a fucking song that is made for fucking TikTok, and I'm gonna be the #1 thing again in fucking hip hop. Like it's just fucking. Even though he's probably the entire time has been the #1 thing in hip hop, but like literally, like you've had Roddy Ricch #1 for 11 weeks. You had fucking The Weeknd #1 for 2 weeks straight. And this motherfucker comes out of nowhere and boom, like yo, no, like yo, don't forget, like I can drop whenever I want and it's gonna be the hottest shit out. Like it's just super impressive to me, man. And like and then we spoke about this over the weekend. You know, Diddy had like a whole like IG live thing, and he got Drake to hop on. And Diddy, who's been around obviously since fucking forever and been around the greatest, he put fucking Drake in his top 5. So that was I know you don't agree with that, but that was still a cool nod to have like an OG in hip hop, especially someone who I think he had beef with at some point.
Yeah.
To say, yo, like out of everyone I've been around with, bro, like your longevity, your skill, you deserve to be in the top 5.
Yeah, I think he's top 5. It's kind of, I mean, I feel like he slapped the shit out of him and was kind of taking a moment to forgive and apologize at the same time. But I feel like he's undeniably top 5. Like whether you put it in terms of talent and sales and all that put together, like he's literally impossible to ignore.
Yeah, no, dude, he's in my top 5 for sure. Do you want to just do it right now? Want to do like top 5? Like, what's yours?
So that's a tricky one for me, just because I feel like it changes all the time, and the criteria also changes. Or is different for some people, but for me, if I had to say, just not really taking the time to think about it too deeply, and in no particular order either.
Yeah, top of your head.
So I'd say Drake, Jay-Z, Drake, Jay-Z, Kendrick, Drake, Jay-Z, Kendrick. And is this based on my specific top 5 or just
your
like
top
thinking
5.
about? Okay.
Your top 5.
So not objectively speaking.
No, don't be objective at all.
Drake, Drake, Kendrick, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne.
That's a good one.
And who else? Fuck, the last one's gonna be tough. I said 4, right?
You said 4, yeah.
Let's see. Man, probably Kanye, even though he doesn't write all this shit.
There you go.
I feel like those top 5 like undeniably have an insane amount of influence, which isn't obviously shouldn't like supersede someone's lyrical ability, but like when you put lyrics influence sales, impact, and just all of that put together, I feel like for me at least, like I just always check for the music and what they're doing, and don't see them going anywhere anytime soon, and can adapt to like any era like pretty seamlessly.
Yeah, no, I agree with that, dude. So my top 5, super biased, but again, it's people I listen to, and then considering when I grew up, and like I didn't hear a lot of Biggie where I grew up. Like, I mean, I was in New York, but like my brothers were all Tupac fans, so even though they both passed around the same age, like I had way more Tupac being blown in my ears than Biggie. So I would say no order: Biggie, Jay, Kanye, Drake, and this is probably the controversial one. Well, what did I say? Not Biggie, sorry. Tupac, Drake, Jay-Z, Kanye, and this is the controversial one. My top 5, Mac Miller is in my 5. So that's mine.
Yeah, I think it would be controversial to other people, but for me, I was even thinking about him for a second. But I think he's one of those artists too that, well, he didn't necessarily adapt to like this era, but like he evolved so tremendously, and
100%. Like
just
his
like
last
a straight
album,
up artist.
It's nothing like his middle album, nothing like his first album. Like that's just,
yeah.
So for me, like, yeah, that's just, I mean, it's super controversial, I'm sure. But like, how dare you not have Kendrick or Biggie? But again, that's just our top 5, so you can suck my dick if you don't like it. All right, so that was probably the biggest, not the biggest headline, but yeah, then Tootsie Slide taking over. And just being, again, everyone is posting a video. Do you have a TikTok video on your burner account of Slide?
No, but what I did realize is everyone's been doing this shit wrong, because if you pay attention to the lyrics, I forget what he says about Michael Jackson, but the dance, in my opinion, should really be the moonwalk, because immediately after the Michael Jackson line, he talks about right foot up, left foot slide, left foot up, right foot slide, which is the same motion as the moonwalk. And everyone's doing this extra shit like Sierra and stuff, but it's really not that deep. It's just a moonwalk.
It's just the moonwalk, people. Yeah. What the fuck?
Which would have been doper. Because none of these little ass kids could be doing the moonwalk if Jake came out and was like, yo, it's the moonwalk. I guarantee none of these little motherfuckers could do it.
That's funny. So speaking of TikTok, then, how do you feel about do you feel like this is going to be the new thing? Whereas, like, remember we spoke about like how like in the past like 3 or 4 years, people are making their music adjust to streaming because they make the song shorter so people can stream it more and like get their numbers up. Do you think people are going to start making music in favor of like so it becomes like a fucking TikTok sensation?
Possibly, but I feel like a lot of the hits that came out of TikTok weren't even necessarily like dance TikTok, routines, right? And shit like that. Yeah, it's just like if the song's funny or like could make a interesting video, but I don't think like most artists are like, oh, put your left foot up, right foot down, and shit like that. I don't think it's gonna lead to that. But
I mean, there was a stage in the early 2000s that was like every fucking song come out Atlanta though.
Yeah, that's true. I think it's gonna be similar to where they create a song, but like try to develop a challenge out of it. That might not even be a dance, completely unrelated, and I feel like they will try to get it to go viral on both Instagram and TikTok, like they've always been trying to do past couple of years.
Yeah, like again, like you said with Shiggy, like, dude, I don't think that song was even that good, but because that video of him dancing to that song and then the challenge proceeding, like that song. Dude, that song had no business being number one, and I'm a fucking huge Drake fan. But yo, In My Feelings is not that good of a song, but it was just so fucking catchy. Yeah. And because of the video, you're like, oh, I know the dance. Let me fucking listen to the song again, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I think it's just another opportunity. Like, it's just like another marketing tool. Like, let me have a fucking great single that is perfect for this, and then hopefully you'll go and check out the rest of my album.
Like, for instance, so when I first heard that album, Scorpion, when I heard that song, I was like, okay, I know they're going to play this on the radio and it's going to be a hit just because it's like a club banger or whatever. But I didn't think, what's that song called? Nonstop with the Hit the Switch?
No, the song, yeah, Nonstop, yeah.
That shit was like the most delayed viral thing ever. Like, the album came out, I don't know, August of last year or something?
No, dude, the album came out July 2018.
Okay, so yeah, that was like one of the most delayed viral moments I could think of, which is weird to me. So yeah, I feel like you don't even have control.
Challenge with the Wiz Khalifa song and
something new. I'm like, I've been playing this shit for like the past 10 years. I mean, it didn't come out 10 years ago, but I'm like, that shit was so random. So I feel like we have no way to predict. Like, you literally can't know if your song's gonna be a viral sensation unless you literally fucking add random ass dance moves to it.
But that's what it is, dude. It's like a bunch of like little white girls like in their video, like at home in their like apartment or house doing nothing and just saying, all right, let's just.
Yeah, I saw my cousins doing that shit, and they were on like TikTok. I'm like, now it's corny. It's like the dab. Like the dab was dope for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Dude, it's funny you say that because in the interview on Hot Ones, the guy asked Offset, when did the dab die? And he's like, the dab has never died. And like just stared at him like straight face. I was like, all right, bro, never mind.
Serious about it.
All right, yeah, I was just wondering your point of view because I know TikTok has been like just taking over right now. But again, it's probably just like the social distancing, like people just feel like they have to fucking hop on and do it. Like, I'm still very much against it from like, I'll never do it. But like, it is funny, bro. There are some really funny ones. Like,
just wait till you get super bored. You're gonna download it.
I'm not gonna download it, bro.
I'm just gonna send you the link to TikTok like randomly at midnight.
And I was like downloaded by mistake. Like, what is this? Is this a Cash App? I brought up the whole Diddy thing. He had a bunch of people. We spoke about this a couple of weeks ago that everyone's fucking IG live is popping. Apparently, and I was wondering like, are they gonna fucking monetize this at some point? So apparently, he raised close to like $3 million for people hopping on his IG live, just having a conversation for him and relief efforts for COVID, which is phenomenal. There's also been a bunch of like battles on Versus, which I think is also raising money. So like, what battle, as far as artist to artist or producer to producer, are you dying to see? You hope happens before everything gets back to normal?
I would actually like to see Pharrell versus Timbaland. I think Timbaland already did a challenge.
Yeah, he went against Swiss Beats.
Yeah, I would actually like to see him against Pharrell. Just because Pharrell's might still be one of my biggest idols in terms of music, and I feel like I rarely see him nowadays. Like, he's always behind the scenes doing shit, but he's never like in the music videos or like spinning a verse or anything. So, or making beats as much, it seems. So I'd love to see them go at it, especially because their beats kind of are similar but unique enough to where it would be cool to see how people react.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Dude, for me, again, this would probably never fucking happen, but it'd be Kanye versus Pharrell, with people have fucking put out there. But I think Kanye's like too above this and like doesn't want to play any hip hop songs anymore.
Yeah.
And then, dude, it'd be a Drake versus Jay-Z one, and like trying to go hit for hit. So Jay-Z with what, almost fucking 26 years of fucking hits, and then Drake with 12 years or 11 years of hits. But again, they'll never do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're just, dude, they're so above this nonsense. They're like, bro, like, get the fuck
they
out.
got way more important things to do. Even Drake versus Lil Wayne would be dope.
Dude, did you ever go to that concert?
No.
I heard that was a dope concert. I think they actually had some former that obviously Drake wasn't what Drake is now. Because I believe that was like almost like what, 2011 or 12. So that was like early fucking Drake. But yeah, I mean, Drake versus Lil Wayne would be dope as fuck. But I think Drake is just like lurking and like just seeing what people are doing, but like doesn't give enough of a fuck to really like do it himself. Whereas Jay-Z just gives, dude, he's like, I don't care about this, bro. Like, this is not, like, this is not entertaining to me at all. Like, just, I don't care.
Yeah. No, for real.
But yeah, I mean, again, it's literally every fucking night there's something happening on fucking IG Live, which is great if you have nothing to fucking do.
Yeah.
So as far as new music, we'll stick to the music for a little bit more before we get into some other things and other reasons why things are closed on Sunday. Your boy, well, not your boy, we make fun of him all the time. Cardi, Playboy Cardi, apparently finally dropping music. Thoughts?
Yeah.
Do you care?
I absolutely give no fucks. I'm gonna listen to it just because as a music lover and hip hop lover, I want to see what all the hype is about. But I'm just so confused with how it's almost like it's developing as much hype as if someone were to say Drake's dropping an album. Like, Playboy Cardi, in my opinion, has never dropped anything that seems to have impacted everyone outside of the culture. So I don't understand how he's gotten to this level. Salute to him for doing it, but I'm just musically confused.
Yeah, dude, speaking about someone going viral, I mean, the only thing I can remember is when we did Rolling Loud 18, and like the Millie Rock was like the greatest thing to ever happen to hip hop music. Like that, I get it. That was like a viral moment. But bro, that was one song. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, we could name a million people who are one-hit wonders, and
like
no one
he's
gives a
had
fuck.
one hit and is still like fucking relevant, and like people are like dying for music from him. Dude, like Drake reposted it, whatever picture he posted today, like Drake reposted it. Like, I'm like, bro, like, what? Like, how the fuck do you have this buzz that you have the biggest person in hip hop like reposting your shit? Like, I don't get it, bro. Like, again, like, I listened to his last album and I was like, all right, this is fine. Like, you'll find one song that's like cool, but it's like, I don't get it, bro. I don't understand the fucking hype. I really wonder, like, if he got arrested on purpose to fucking build up the hype even more.
Yeah.
Because apparently he got arrested for like having guns and drugs on him and like cursing out the fucking deputy who arrested him.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we never know with these people. Like, it's weird because we know so much about a lot of their lives on Instagram, or at least we think we know, but then
we don't know, bro.
Behind the scenes, like, yeah, it could be anything.
We don't know, bro. Because the thing is, like, think about like that person on IG who you know, like as far as like you actually like know them. Maybe you don't know them like intimately, but like you know, like, oh, that's a coworker, that's a guy who I go clubbing with, blah blah blah. Like, bro, you know for a fact they have a bunch of low moments in their life and they only post fucking highlights, right? So, dude, imagine a fucking PR company who is like running these people's Instagram accounts. Like, dude, it's only gonna be like the best shit, right? So like, yeah, I feel like we don't know anything at all about these fucking people's life, and we get confused when we fucking, oh, you were just in fucking San Tropez living the best time of your life. He's like, nah, bro, like I'm depressed as fuck right now.
Yeah, for real.
But yeah, dude, I wonder. Yeah, again, I'll check it out. It'll be crazy if it drops this week and like it's actually good. But like, I just don't like the dude. I have no hopes for this whatsoever.
Yep, same. But maybe he'll prove us wrong. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe, dude. Like again, I don't really think Drake ever falls into that thing of like just hyping up the next big thing. I would think like maybe he already has the album and actually likes it, so that maybe that gives me hope.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, like if it's just a fucking Cardi drop, like I don't care.
Same.
Yeah. And first of all, we haven't even acknowledged the fucking elephant in the room, like you just smoking hookah throughout this entire podcast.
I know. I was trying to find a moment to mention it, but I'm like, I don't know if anyone really gives a fuck. But yeah, I busted out the hookah because I was gonna sip on some alcohol, but I'm trying to give my body a break. Cause
dude, same. Like, yo, I fucked up last week. I drank 3 times last week. Bro, I'm mad at myself, bro, because I fucking worked out amazingly Monday through Friday, and then in my mind, I was like, all right, dude, eat whatever you want. Like, I was like, bro, like,
yeah.
I was like, I'm definitely trying to be in control, but dude, did you just buy the hookah? You've always had the hookah, or?
I've had the hookah for several years. But yeah, there's like, I mean, you could just buy the shisha, which is like the actual tobacco from basically any smoke shop.
Any smoke, yeah.
It's weird because the one I went to, obviously it's not an essential business, but you have to like fucking ring the bell and like go to the back door and like they'll hand it to you in a bag and shit. It's like you feel like you're doing a drug deal basically, like the prohibition era all over again.
It really is, dude. What flavor are you smoking?
Peach mint. Tastes pretty good. Yeah, I'm trying to. Obviously, it's not healthy, so I really only do it at the most like once a week, but try to reserve it for like parties and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, we know firsthand, and I'm so mad I couldn't go to Vegas to fucking check out that hookah spot you told me about. But yeah, dude, hookah while you're after you're already drunk, bro. There's nothing better than that, bro. Like,
oh, for sure.
And some fire music going on, like, dude, that is like the vibe of all vibes, bro. Like,
yeah.
Because I can never really do hookah sober. Like, I need to be fucked up. Because, bro, like, you get the spins, but, like, it's not terrifying.
Yeah.
It's just, like, ooh.
It kind of keeps your buzz going, and it's better than trying to just keep drinking over and over until you straight up black out.
Like, that's the big point. Like, it keeps your buzz going, but while also sobering you up. So, like, by the end of it, you're absolutely fine. Like, you're good. Which is, like it's a fucking, the most genius fucking idea. But, yeah, I figured we fucking just talk about the hookah because, like, no, we haven't said it yet. It's been like an hour, so
it tastes good.
All right, bro. So we'll get back to music in a second, but obviously we were talking about the coronavirus shit a lot, and obviously that's something we just can't get away from. So I know you had a couple conspiracy theories that you've been hearing around you a lot lately. So I figured we'd fucking just touch base on that because, again, sometimes I believe them, sometimes I don't. Again, I'm just like initially like. I assume the best in people, so like I would hate to think like this was all part of a plan to fucking just wipe out a large portion of the world. But you know, what shit you've been hearing?
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of different things, and apparently within like the Black and brown community, it tends to like these theories tend to thrive. I feel like a bit more just because those communities have like firsthand been fucked over by the government. So it makes sense.
Those are also the highest fucking death rate in America. Yeah,
so highest death rate. So all those things combined, it really does make you wonder. I'm the type of person where like if I don't have the facts, you know, my gut might tell me, okay, this might be true, but I'll never flat out be like, I know this for a fact, which is what bothers me with some conspiracy theorists is like, I know for a fact, you know, Bill Gates created the virus and shit like that. I'm like, well, how do you know this? Like, okay, it's fine to say you think he may have done it because of this, but to like fucking yell at me and shit just because I'm not saying I'm 100% certain, it's just fucked up and stupid. But what I've heard is that the 5G towers that are being built.
Oh wait, hold up. We should actually hold on. So before you jump into this, could be so we're gonna try a new segment out today, people. So we're doing a new segment called. What was it, Theory of the Day? Theory drop.
Theory drop of the day. Yep.
All right, perfect. So this is gonna be your theory drop of the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be music. Sometimes it'll be conspiracy theories. Sometimes it'll be how to attract a thought to slide in your DMs. Whatever the case may be. But today, this is your theory drop of the day. So go.
So the theory is that the government's building 5G towers to weaken your immune system and help spread the virus. I'm sure there's more to that I'm not familiar with in terms of the theory, but based on the videos I've seen, I just don't see where the true evidence is. So maybe people aren't communicating it properly, but from what I've heard, places that don't even have 5G towers have high cases of the virus. People still haven't explained how the elite people who are allegedly behind this plan to avoid getting affected by the 5G towers. And it just sounds fucking cool, but like other than that, I don't see where the evidence is.
Right.
The only theory I kind of am in line with is this virus may have been created and either accidentally or intentionally was let out. But still, like, I don't have insider information on this, so I'm not gonna go spread it on Instagram unless I know for a fact that this is true. Same way like when a rapper gets killed, within 10 minutes, motherfuckers think they know exactly who did it. Oh, yep. Look at this dude's story. He alluded to killing someone and he recently unfollowed the rapper, so he killed him. And I'm like, you guys are just bored, which is what we are right now. We're bored as fuck. So who knows? How do you feel about all that stuff?
Dude, so again, the 5G towers thing, I don't know enough, so I will never say yay or nay. I do think, so the only one I do believe the population control one, though, in the sense where I do think there's people who actually have power and who are controlled, who do want to see the population controlled for one, their own selfish benefits, right? Like, even though you are a billionaire or trillionaire, you're in that 1%, you still share the entire earth with the rest of the world, right? So they're going to be taking up some of the resources you need available to you to do whatever it is you want to do. So I can see them saying, hey, I want to make sure my money is available for my family for the next hundreds of years. I can't fucking have all these people like damaging the world and blah, blah, blah. Maybe there's a way for us to knock out fucking a couple million people here and there. So, and because I've heard TED Talks and other things of like people saying how like, you know, the fucking population of the earth is a fucking problem, right? Like there's only so many fucking resources. You keep fucking having people having 4 or 5 kids in these fucking developing nations. That's going to be a problem. So, but then again, that being said, like I also would hate to fucking think that you see a virus coming and you're just like, yo, all right, let's just see what happens. And I'm like, bro, like, dude, like people are still fucking dying, right? Like maybe, like I would think there's a way to control the population, but also not fucking killing people. Like, maybe you do what China did. You put like, yo, you can't have more than 1 child, you know, as a couple. Like that's just like that's a rule. You know what I mean? That's how you can probably do it. Like, but I do think the population control is a thing, and I wouldn't be totally shocked if that didn't play a role in this, where like the government felt like, hey, we know what we can do to avoid getting it ourselves. We'll just see how this plays out, and if it knocks out a couple million people throughout the world, hey, we'll be in a better spot in the future because now we have less people fucking, you know, demanding, you know, give me, and things can be a little bit more controlled. Like that's the only one I believe, like, because that just seems more realistic based on what I've heard in the past.
Right. Yeah, I think for me, I'm more curious what the long-term effect is, because then I think I'll more easily be able to say, okay, well, I don't know, the US implemented this rule that we have to deal with forever, so based on what that rule restricts us from doing, then I might be able to say, okay, like the virus was definitely or most likely created to prevent us from, I don't know, traveling to China or some shit like that. Just an example. Also, unless the death toll gets to like hundreds of millions, I feel like killing a couple million people probably wouldn't do much, like in the grand scheme of things. So we'll see. But
Dude, but what's funny to me, so like, dude, I don't know if this is just like people getting ahead of the guy, and this is be completely fucking the worst conspiracy theory ever. But bro, so I know there was like a point, remember like 2 years ago, like Bitcoin was the thing, and like people were thinking, all right, it's finally gonna happen, it's finally gonna happen. So dude, I think a lot of people thought when the government shut down everything in every fucking nation, and they started spreading things like, hey, germs are being transferred on the exchange of money and the exchange of credit cards. That's like the government way of like finally getting a digital currency to be passed. Because bro, like, and again, Instagram is nothing. But bro, like, once the lockdown happened, for whatever fucking reason, bro, I got a fucking friend request from like 65 Bitcoin traders. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Damn, that's random.
Bro, I am telling you, bro, back to back, like, learn how to trade, certified analyst. I'm like, bro, like, is this, like, do they think it's about to go down, like, right now? Like, why is this such a big deal?
I think either that or, like, all the scammers are climbing out of their holes and, like, trying to get you to fucking
all scammers.
Spend your time to do shit.
But if you think about it, this, you would need something like this to happen to pass something like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's also something you can kind of wrap your head around, because like you need everything to just stop, and then you can just change shit, right? Whereas like if the world is going normally, it would be hard to just say, all right, all your cash and credit cards are worthless, you need this currency now, right? You need everything just to fucking stop. You need the fucking government to say, hey, here's money, but hey, here's money in this new currency to use. Like, so it's not completely far-fetched, but I was just like, I remember being in my aunt's house, and I'm like, bro, who the fuck are all these Bitcoin fucking analysts?
Shit. Yeah, I don't know how they found you.
Bro, it's ridiculous. I don't even fucking follow anyone who does that shit, which is fucking hysterical. All right, so that was your theory drop of the day. Mine's super quick, not as intensive. So my theory drop of the day is just 10 years ago this week, I think one of the greatest fucking mixtapes to ever come out, Kush and OJ, came out. Is it Kush and OJ or OJ?
Damn, I just completely blacked out on that now.
It is Kush and OJ.
Kush and Orange Juice, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So by Wiz Khalifa. I remember I actually saw Wiz for the first time live, bro, with your girlfriend when we were in college together at UM. And he was, I was fucking blown away that I fucking just started looking up. I started just diving down into more shit of his. And then I found that fucking mixtape, and I was like, holy shit, this is a fucking classic, right? And it's just so funny, bro, because if you listen to all of his mixtapes and his first album and like the mixtape right after, that was like one Wiz, and then everything else is like pop Wiz, which is like friendly, you know, I'm just happy to be smoking weed and being fucking a gazillionaire. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was a very drastic change. Yeah. Like, if you told me the guy who made the Wiz Khalifa putting out music now is the Wiz Khalifa who put out Kush and OJ is the same person, I wouldn't believe you.
For sure. And so and I always feel a little bit bitter about this. So when he came to my fraternity back in 2009 and I opened up for him, he hadn't released any of that shit. He only had a few mixtapes, and they were good, but they weren't like his best work. And I feel like right after that, when he released Kush and Orange Juice, like he found his lane or whatever you want to call it, his flow. And like that, I've replayed that a million times when it came out. And I would have still never have guessed that he would become as big as he is today. Like he's
huge, bro. Boss. He is fucking massive, bro. And and it's not even for music, but that's good. We spoke about last episode, like finding other ways to make money, bro. Like he took all the fucking money he made in music and like just started investing that shit so wisely. Like, yo, all those fucking weed businesses he fucking owns. Motherfucker has commercials for Oreo. Like, bro, like this dude is fucking so rich. Like he doesn't give a fuck. Like, it's like, bro, I'm gonna just rap to rap. And like, if you like it, you don't like it. I'm a tour, make money off that. Like, I don't care. Like,
it must be nice to like, I mean, now like weed's basically legal everywhere, but it must be nice to not have to, you know, hide that part of your daily routine and just cuss and say whatever you want and still do like family friendly commercials for Oreo and shit like that.
Yeah, dude, have fucking face tattoos, neck tattoos, like, and like be still like the nicest fucking black guy in America. Like, no one cares, bro. Like no one cares.
Well,
all right, so that's our theory drop of the day. New segment, we'll test it out. Drop again, a little knowledge here and there, a little bit of everything. All right, so before we dip, obviously have to still do this segment. Hit of the week. What is one song or one album that you just been listening to nonstop?
One new song I really like is by Buddy and Kent Jams. It's called She Think. It's nothing like mind blowing, but it's a very soothing, like R&B-ish type track, but with a little pop, like bump and grind element to it.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's just a smooth track. I really like it. They both flow on it really well. I never really got into Kent James's music, but I think he did really well on that track. So I would check it out if you get a chance. It's called She Think.
She Think?
Yep. By
Nice.
Buddy and Kent James.
So to prove that I have been listening to when you do say this shit, I sent you a screenshot. I think like on Thursday. I was listening on Thursday at working from home on the balcony. I had Luxury Elite and Saint Pepsi going. So definitely very chilled vibes, bro. Like it's so good, bro. It's just like the way the production level is amazing. Like it's just really good fucking music. So if you haven't listened to that, definitely check out. Was it Elite Luxury and or
Luxury Elite and Saint Pepsi.
Saint Pepsi, yeah. Saint Pepsi has a lot of, I think, a couple more bangers than the other one, but still very, very good.
Sure.
Dude, for me, my heat of the week is a song I just fucking found 3 days ago, but apparently it's been out in New York for a minute. I think I like it because it has the artist is 504 he came out with that song, remember Big Drip?
Yep.
And he's part of that whole drill New York music scene. So obviously that's exactly what Pop Smoke was a part of. So like this song that I like has a lot of that Pop Smoke influence. And obviously rest in peace to Pop Smoke. So the song is 504 and Wetty, and it's talking about like a chick who's like wet for him, bro. The song is fucking like, you can listen to that song like 8 times in a row working out, and you won't get tired of it. Look,
All right.
Like it is a fucking banger.
I'm gonna add it right now.
504 and Wetty. If you haven't yet, go peep that, because again, it's when you think of drill music in New York, that's like the tip, but that's the song that you want to fucking check out.
Nice. Yeah, I just added it right now, so I'll listen to that.
There you go. All right, broski. So anything before we dip that you want to add?
Nah, I think I'm all set. What about you?
All good, bro. Again, shout out to Fordham University. Again, guys, be safe out there. Take care of yourself. Wear a mask. Stay home. And listen to our fucking podcast, because you guys got shit to do anyway. So.
Yep. All right. Sounds good, man. Till next time. Peace.